So, Craig Copetas joins me now with more on Rouhani's trip. Craig, many thanks for joining us. So what are we expecting from this trip? What sort of deals is Rouhani hoping to sign with Italy?
Well, this is a shopping trip. He's coming in with shopping bags. It's like Walmart in the United States on Black Friday. They've been locked out of the world market for decades, and now they're coming back in. So Rouhani wants to buy everything he can, and coming off the back of this deal with China, he's looking, in Italy specifically, oil drilling equipment, infrastructure for the oil industry, which is kind of strange because the oil prices are going down, with some people predicting as low as $10 a barrel. So he's drowning in oil, and he's buying stuff, and he needs stuff to get more oil, and that's what the Italy trip's about.
Now, he is planning on heading to France next, where there's a very interesting deal in the pipeline to buy some airplanes. Now, that's really interesting because Iran's been pretty stuck for the last few years, not being able to buy parts for planes from the West because of these sanctions.
Oh, yeah. Well, they have about 200 planes from Airbus, I believe, and Boeing, and only 150 of them might be working. So they need new planes, and they need a lot of them. In fact, the Iranians are saying that they need 500 new aircraft. And this is an interesting deal because France needs to sell airplanes because they're having an economic emergency. And if they buy these planes, it could indicate that the Iranians intend to stick to the deal with the nuclear proliferation. They're not going to build bombs, because once you buy an airplane, you got to keep buying stuff to keep them in the air, parts, equipment, service contracts, etc. So it's kind of a good thing. It is a good thing if he comes back from France with 150 new airplanes, 114, 150 new airplanes.
Rouhani's obviously acting very fast, isn't he? The deal's pretty much just been signed, and he's out and about traveling to Europe. How much of a difference is this going to make to people's lives in Iran, do you reckon?
It's always about the trickle down. Who knows? Iran has one of the larger youth unemployment problems in the region. It's the majority of their population is young. Iran now, with the sanctions lifted, has over $100 billion to spend. What they're doing is focusing on large infrastructure projects. The Chinese want to they're building super highways, freeways, and they want to build train routes. I haven't seen anything coming out of Tehran yet on how this is going to trickle down into fostering entrepreneurial, disruptive, digital type businesses that the 21st century requires and needs right now, because at the end of the day, Iran is a repressive, undemocratic regime, and the kind of disruptive economies that are popular now around the world just don't work there yet.
Okay, Craig Copetas, really good to get your perspective as usual.